Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Johnny Gunner here, and we are here to preview the FA Cup final between City and United, taking place this weekend, tomorrow. I believe it's 10:30 my time, Southern California time. It's going to be obviously City versus United, a Manchester derby at Wembley, neutral ground, which I kind of think, everybody makes it seem like this mountain is just insurmountable for United. It looks like Erik ten Hag has been fired. We don't really know what starting 11 he's going to use in the final. I mean, does it really matter what Pep decides to run out there for City? I mean, he could leave 5 of his starters out, and he could rotate 5 or 6 guys, and he could start Julian Alvarez tomorrow as opposed to Erling Haaland, and still they are ridiculous. The gap between these two clubs is huge. It's bigger than it's ever been. But at the same time, it's like you have to think it's a final. It's a one-off game. You don't know what's going to happen. I think Gareth Southgate left Marcus Rashford out of the Euros, right? So that being said, this is the first time that Marcus hasn't been called up to represent his country. Is this going to be something that lights a fire in his stomach for the final if Erik ten Hag chooses him as opposed to Garnacho to play on the left? I think it might. I really do. I think it might. I think that Marcus Rashford is the type of player that things like this happen, and this is when he steps up. But I don't think that that's a good thing, because I think that Marcus is going to show he's been not good all year. Now, is that down to him? Is that down to the manager? Is that down to the players around him? Injuries, tactics, whatever, what have you. I think that Marcus is the type of player where this game suits him. We all know, I just said earlier that we don't know what's going to happen, but we have in my opinion, I think that Erik ten Hag is going to sit down in a little block and pray that they can win the ball back somewhere and their third and hit him on the counter, and that suits Marcus. I think that Marcus is going to prove. I think that Marcus is going to show up. He's going to play. He's going to play well. I think he'll score a goal, and he is going to prove why Manchester United should sell him. Why he doesn't deserve to wear that shirt. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I feel like Marcus is his time at United is done. He's proven that he doesn't have the mental tenacity, the grit, the determination to wear that badge. He just doesn't. He's always looking for excuses. He downs tools. He blames other people. When he gets criticized, he says people call it out as what is it, abuse and this and that. You're allowed to criticize a player when they're not playing well. I've criticized Martinelli all year. I've criticized Havertz all year, and yeah, Havertz turned it around, and he did turn it around, and I ate humble pie and I admitted that I was wrong, But anyways, I think that Erik ten Hag is going to run out Rashford, Højlund. I have a feeling he's going to play Garnacho on the right. I think he should play Amad Diallo. I think Amad Diallo is Manchester United's best player. I think he's going to run out Kobe Mainoo, Casemiro, Bruno, what is his name? Diallo at left back. Lissandro's back and healthy. I think he'll play. Rafael Varane will play. Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Andre Onana. This is Manchester United's last chance to salvage their worst season ever. This is the worst Manchester United team I've ever seen. And it's so crazy to think that this Manchester City team is, say what you will about the charges, the accusations, the allegations of them cheating and the financial stuff that they've done, but it's so crazy to think that this City, this might be the best English team I've ever seen in my life. Like, City is unbelievable. Like, just unbelievable. At every single position, they have 2 world-class players. And it's like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, this is their 4th Premier League in a row. They won the treble last year. They're going to pull it, probably, if they win tomorrow, they're going to pull a double. and no one cares. Like, nobody cares. All anybody's talking about is how Arsenal messed up winning the league again. How Chelsea was able to roar back, and how dare Chelsea fire Mauricio Pochettino after him being able to climb his way back up the ladder. After being so bad all year long, they still finished ahead of United. You know, it's nuts. It's like this is Manchester United's last chance to turn the season around and say, yeah, we came in 8th. We're not going to have Europe next year, but you know what? We won an FA Cup final, right? We won a trophy. A lot of people would argue that 8th place and a trophy like the FA Cup is a better season than 2nd place and no trophy. Me personally, I put Champions League qualification way above that. I mean, obviously, an FA Cup final is huge. An FA Cup trophy is huge, right? Nobody's won it more than, right? But Champions League is important. It dictates. It doesn't dictate. No, it does. What players you're able to attract. There's a lot more money when you qualify for Champions League. But I mean, this is huge, you know. And the thing about football, life in general, but the thing about football is that football math doesn't always add up. Football math is like Terrence Howard math, right? Terrence Howard says 1 × 1 is 2. Football's funny that way. It just, people think, for example, 2 years ago, was it last year or 2 years ago, PSG went out and they had Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, Ramos, Achraf Hakimi, Donnarumma, Vitinha. Who else did they have? Who's that Italian cat that's an absolute baller in the midfield? I can't remember. But anyways, they had an absolutely stacked side, right? Everybody thought, wow, dude, this PSG team, they're gonna win everything, and they fizzled out. You know, Neymar is in Saudi now. I think he tore his knee up or something. Messi's playing in Miami. It's just, football math doesn't always add up. And I think that this is the type of game in a final that you just never know. You know, I personally think that City's going to absolutely dog walk them. I think that they're going to smack them. I think they're going to humble them. I think that they're going to send Erik ten Hag back to the Eredivisie with his tail between his legs, and you know, it's going to be rinse and repeat for United. That's my opinion. They're going to get smacked. They're going to fire Erik ten Hag. He's gonna die a slow, painful death, and he's gonna be the one that is gonna bear all of the blame from all the United fans. They're gonna bring in another manager, be it I don't know, Thomas Tuchel they're saying, or Hansi Flick, or who else is out there? Roberto De Zerbi. And he's gonna inherit these players that they don't want. They're not gonna fit the style of play that the new manager is gonna want, and the new ownership is trying to build the foundation towards. And he's gonna bring in, you know, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 of his own players. He's gonna have this weird Frankenstein squad that's gonna look like Mikel's squad from 2021, 2022. Where it's sort of his team, but not really, and they'll get off to a good start next year. United will, you know, the first 15 matches they'll do okay, and then people will figure them out. They'll start getting ripped open, and it's just gonna be this is just gonna be. You know what, you guys? I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I have ADHD. This is what it is. I think that City will win. I think it's gonna be a convincing win. I think that United's gonna get absolutely dog walked. Me personally, I think United will score, but I think City's gonna win this. I would say probably 3-1. That's my prediction. We'll see how it goes. Erik ten Hag is gone. He's done. They're gonna bring in the new manager after the FA Cup. I think it was a mistake for this to get leaked, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, you guys, and I'm out.